I got it typed out, and even the title of it says is the Easter message.
Glory to God.
When I went to bed last night, I just felt something else in my heart, and I was like, Lord, what are we going to do? And
Thank you, Jesus.
woke up this morning, and I brought it with me, but I didn't feel when I left home. I said, Lord, I know you ain't going to let me preach that, are you? And so I got to church early this morning. I got here about 9 o'clock, and I just began to walk the floor and pray and say, God, you know I ain't got no notes, you know I ain't got nothing but your word, but if that's what you want me to preach, that's what I'm going to preach. And because how many knows it don't matter what day it is
That's right.
on the calendar.
Come on.
That's right.
Go ahead.
But God, what do you want to say?
That's right.
Amen.
That's all that matters. Amen. When all is said and done, all that matters is what God wants to say.
Yes.
It don't matter that I took all that time and typed at least 3 words every 14 minutes. Amen. Hallelujah. And printed it all out and got it all nice and neat in a book. And amen. I was proud of myself. It was Easter and I was going to be all prepared. Not know I was going to have it in a 3-ring binder and I was looking good. And I was like, Lord, I got it together. And he said, not so fast. Amen. Hallelujah. Glory to God. So I want to read some verses to you this morning. And amen. We're not going to really deal with the resurrection as much, but we are going to kind of deal with the crucifixion. Amen. But the Lord has laid something in my heart, and I can promise you this morning, you're going to find yourself somewhere in this message.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hopefully you will find it in a good place.
Thank you.
Amen. But if you don't find it in a good place, thank God there's a man hanging in the middle. Amen. Hallelujah. Glory to God. There's hope. So if you have your Bibles, amen, if you would open with me to the Gospel of Luke, chapter number 23. Luke chapter 23 this morning. Hallelujah. I want to read a few verses. Amen. If you got it, say amen. If you ain't got it, say hold on a minute. Amen. I guess you got it. Luke 23 and verse 32 said, there was also 2 other malefactors led with him to be put to death. And when they were come to the place which is called Calvary, they were crucified. They crucified him and the malefactors, one on the right hand and the other on the left. Drop down to verse 39. Said, and one of the malefactors which would hang railed on him, saying, if thou be Christ, save thyself and us. But the other answered and rebuked him, saying, dost not thou fear God, seeing thou art in the same condemnation? And we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds. But this man has done nothing amiss. And he said unto Jesus, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. And Jesus said unto him, verily I say unto thee, today thou shalt be with me in paradise. And it was about the 6th hour, and there was darkness all over the earth until the 9th hour. And the sun was darkened, and the veil of the temple was rent. Amen. In the midst. Amen. I want to ask you this morning, which cross are you hanging on? Amen. Which cross are you hanging on? Father, I love you. Lord, I praise you and I worship you and I magnify you. Father God, you know this morning, Lord God, Lord, that if you don't give me the words to say, I've got nothing, Lord. Lord, if you don't speak through this man, oh God, through these lips of clay, then Father God, we'd have been better off to stay home. Amen. Glory to God. But Lord, if your holy anointing would come, Lord, anoint these lips of clay, Father God. Lord, give me fresh unction and fresh fire of the Holy Spirit, oh God. Lord, that I might speak, Lord God, Lord, what you would have said in this place, in this hour, in this moment. And oh God, if you've ever spoke through a man, God, speak to me this morning, Lord. Lord, for you know every life and every situation. But God, I know, Lord, that you're the master of it all. Lord, we worship you and praise you. And Lord, we stand this morning, hide us behind the cross of Christ. Father God, let you be seen. Lord God, let you be heard. Lord God, and Lord, we'll be careful to give you the praise and the glory and the honor in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. You may be seated. Hallelujah. Glory to God. We all know the story. Amen. We were probably raised in it in church, been in Sunday school most of our life. Amen. And we all are familiar. Amen. With the story of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Amen. We know that on that hill outside of Jerusalem called Mount Calvary, that there hung that day 3 crosses. Amen. And let me tell you, we could spend the rest of the day day talking about that cross that was in the middle. Amen. We can talk about the shed blood of the Lamb of God and how this blood was shed to wash away every stain of sin, and how Jesus Christ became, amen, the sacrificial lamb, and how his blood was poured out that you and I might have hope and you and I might have life and have it more abundantly. We can talk about the sacrifice and the tears and the agony and the pain, and thank God, amen, for it all, because the Bible said in Isaiah 53 that it pleased the Father to bruise him. Amen. Why? That I might have forgiveness of sins. Amen. There is something great about that man that hung in the middle that day. There was something awesome and something powerful. Can I tell you today that if we'll ever know anything of eternal life, it'll be because of the cross that stood in the middle that day. It'll be because Jesus Christ and the life and the price that he paid is the only way you and I have hope. Amen. Glory to God. Paul said, if he be not raised, we are all men most miserable. He said, but because Jesus died and was risen again, that you and I have hope for tomorrow.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
But the Bible says not only was Christ on that hill where that Christ was crucified, but it says that he hung there that day between two other individuals. That even though Christ was in the middle, there was one that hung on the left side and there was one that hung on the right side. So this morning, amen, we know that we're not Jesus.
Hallelujah. Come on.
But I believe if the Lord will help me, you're going to find yourself on one of those two crosses.
Jesus.
Now before we get to those crosses, let me tell you that the Bible said the two that hung on those crosses were malefactors.
Come on.
They were thieves. Amen. Hallelujah. Now we don't know. We don't know anything else about them other than that they were stealers, they were robbers. Amen. I had to believe that they probably didn't rob the same thing. Amen. That maybe one of them had just robbed somebody's little sheep out of the fold, or maybe somebody was hungry and just stole a little apple pie, but then somebody else had agreed, went and robbed the bank or did whatever. Amen. All we know is that they were malefactors, that they were thieves. Amen. Let me tell you, there's a lesson to be learned there. You know, the Bible does not tell us what the one on the right stole or what the one on the left stole. Amen. Can I tell you this morning that the Bible doesn't say it because it does not matter. Amen. It doesn't matter whether they stole a whole lot or stole a little bit. It doesn't matter whether they stole a little lamb or stole a whole flock. The fact of the matter is they were guilty before God. They were guilty before the judgment. They were sinners, and that's all that God cares about.
That's right, amen.
Oh, see, it's us that puts the value on sin.
Come on. Come on.
Hallelujah. Glory to God. Because I want to be able to look at you and say what you did is worse than what I did. Hallelujah. It's us that wants to say, amen, I didn't tell nothing but a little lie.
Come on.
You killed somebody. Amen. Because you're more guilty than I'm guilty. Amen. Because you did this and I didn't do that, then you're worse off than I am. How many knows that we're guilty of putting sin in categories?
Come on. That's right.
God don't. Do you know that the Bible said that there was a woman that was caught in the very act of adultery?
Come on. Come on.
What did Jesus say? Go and don't commit adultery again. That ain't what he said, is it?
Come on.
He said go and sin no more. In other words, all of it was the same. Oh, I know you can look at me and say, I ain't never did what you did. I don't care. You're as guilty as I am, and you're hanging on the cross of death just like I was.
Come on.
You can dress it up, hang it up, curl it up, do what you want to do. Can I tell you? Amen. Glory to God. I might have did it in the flesh, but what you do in the spirit is as wrong as what they did. When God says go and you say no, you're as guilty of sin
Amen.
as when God says do this and you don't.
Come on.
Or don't do this and you do. See, there's no difference in the sin with God. There's difference with us. And as a church, we'll label it. We'll call one a drug addict, we'll call one an adulterer, we'll call one a homosexual, we'll call one this, we'll call one that, we'll call one this. But to God says, you're all sinners.
That's right, amen.
The exact act of sin is not important. condition of sin that God hates. You're all lost. Paul said in Romans 3:23, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. Guess what? That's you. Hallelujah. Amen. John said in 1 John, he said, he that say that you're without sin is a liar. And the truth ain't in it.
That's right.
You're guilty.
Yeah.
How many knows that?
Yeah. Come on.
See, something else is interesting about those three crosses. Jesus hung in the middle. You had a malefactor on the left and a malefactor on the right. We don't know who stole the most or who done the worst. But Jesus was the exact same distance from both of them.
That's right. Come on. That's right.
In other words, both of them had the same distance to go to find grace.
Come on. Right.
Didn't matter who stole the most. Didn't matter who done the most. It didn't matter who was the worst off. He put them there, but they were both the exact same distance from the cross. Not only was the distance the same, both of them had the same access to the man in the middle.
Come on. That's it. That's it.
Both of them was granted the same opportunity. It didn't matter what they had done or where they had been. They were the same access was granted to both. How many knows that if we're ever going to be a church, you got to quit saying, deciding for God who's able to be saved and who can't be saved. Hallelujah. Because God gives the same access to the worst of the worst or the best of the best. The same access is there. Whether you did a little bit of sin or a big sin, God says it's all possible. And I give you all access to my grace.
Hallelujah.
That it doesn't matter how great the sin or how less the sin, God says I give you access to save. I heard there's some churches that put signs up that say, you know what, if you've done this, you're not welcome here. If you've done that, you're not welcome here. See, the only criteria we should have, the only question ought to be asked is, I don't care what you did, but if I had to ask, did Jesus die for you? And if Jesus, I can say, yes, Jesus died for you, then there's a place here for you. Hallelujah. It don't matter what you smell like, don't matter what you look like, don't matter what you ever did. Christ died for you, and He's gave you access to the throne. I don't care how many drugs they took. I don't care how many people they slept with. I don't care what they've done. God said they got access to me, just like you and your holy religion does. He granted the same access to the big sinner and the little sinner.
That's right. That's right.
Because to God there is no big and little.
Amen.
It's just sin.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, if we could ever figure that out in the church. If we could ever quit labeling people, well, you're an alcoholic, or you're this, or you're that, or you're this, or you're that, and just say, you know what? You're a sinner. Amen. Paul said, I'm a sinner. Amen. I'm a sinner saved by grace. Amen. He took the grace of God for me. The same grace that saved me will save the worst of the worst. The same grace that went down into the gutter and picked me up will go down into your gutter and pick you up, because there is no respecter of persons of God. And there is no great sinners or no little sinners. We're all just sinners.
Thank you, Jesus.
Jesus hung in the middle. Two on each side. They were both the exact same distance from Calvary. And both of them had the same access to God. But that's where everything changed. Because nothing about the rest of them was the same. But the Bible don't say clearly which was on the left and which was on the right. But because the Bible says the goats are on the left hand, we're going to put numero uno on the left. And we're going to put the other one on the right. Because there's two crosses there that day other than the cross of Christ. One was a cross of self-will and pride. The other one was a cross of submission. The Bible said they hung there that day. And you hear me this morning, because the first words out of that man hanging on the left mouth was, if.
Come on.
Whenever you begin word if.
Help us, Lord.
If you are saying, I'm making a bargain with God,
Yeah, that's it.
and God says, no deal.
That's right. That's right.
Anytime you say, God, I'll serve you if you're already done.
Yeah.
Because why? Because you went into it just trying to get what you could get out of it.
That's right.
See, but it ain't just the lost folks that hang on that cross of self-will.
Yeah, that's it. Come on. Breathe. Breathe.
Lord, if you will, give me 10 more folks.
Come on.
I'll preach for you.
Breathe.
Lord, if you will, send me 3 more kids, then I'll stay faithful. Amen. Lord, if you do this, then I'll do that. Lord, if you'll get me out of this chair, then I'll do what you want me to do. Lord, if you'll sell my house, I'll go on the mission field. Lord, if you do what I want you to do,
Come on.
then I'm going to give myself to you.
Hello.
Come on.
See, because we act like we're somebody that God needs.
That's right.
God, you can't be God if you ain't got me. So therefore, you got to do it by my way, my terms. If.
Jesus.
That man said, if thou be God, if thou be the Son of God. How many times do we go to God with that attitude? And we make it about what we want.
That's right.
That's it. That's it.
Lord, if you give me a better paying job, I'll preach for you. He says, stay home.
Yeah.
If you do what I need you to do, then I'll give myself to you. He says, never mind. If thou be the Son of God.
Jesus.
Oh, Lord, I'll give myself, but only if you fix this problem for me. Lord, if you heal this area of my life, then I'll give my life to you. God said, no deal. Because you can't come to me on your terms.
Amen.
You come to me on my terms.
Right.
Because it can no longer be a question of if God is.
Right.
It's just a matter of God if you choose to.
Yeah, that's right.
He said, if thou be the Son of God, then why don't you save me from this hour that I'm in? See, sometimes God ain't ready to save you from the hour you're in. But it don't change the fact of who he is. Amen. How dare you? So I said, well, Gideon put out a fleece. Gideon didn't have the Holy Ghost.
Come on.
Most of the time when you come to God and say, God, if, you already know God's will.
That's right.
You're just trying to get out
Go
of it.
ahead. Go ahead. Come on.
You already know it. All that man wanted to know is, can I get out of where I am?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not going to serve you. Just get me out of where I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give my life to you. Just get me out of where I am. Fix me. And then I'll act religious.
Yeah.
I'll do my thing. I heard a story of 2 drunks went to church one night. Preacher said, I ain't never had nobody preach me no harder than 2 drunks did.
Come on.
He said they gave me in everything I said. He said they stood up, they shouted, they whooped, they hollered. He said they preached everything. I mean, they preached me to death. He said I gave the altar a call. He said those 2 drunks come down to the altar, first one there. He said that old first one knelt down at the altar said, Lord help me. He said, and the other one said, Lord help me.
Come on.
He said, I got down in that drunk's face. He said, I began to say, Lord, deliver this man and save him. Sober him up and make him whole.
Come on.
So the man stood up and said, "Ho, preacher, you're praying wrong."
Come on.
He said, "What do you mean I'm praying wrong?" He said, "The only way I know to pray." He said, "You don't understand. I don't want to quit drinking. I love that." He said, "But the problem is I got a DUI.
Come on.
And my wife left me. I want God to give my driver's license back, bring my wife back home, and I want to keep on doing what I'm doing." In other words, he had conditions placed on his servant.
Come on. That's right. Come on. Come on.
How many of us come to him saying, "Lord, if you'll fix this part,
Jesus.
then I'll give myself to you.
That's it.
Yeah.
Lord, if you give me a raise, then I'll pay my tithes.
Come on.
Come on.
Lord, if."
Yeah.
Don't preach on money on Sunday, amen. If on Easter, Lord God, if you do this, then I'll do do that.
Come on.
If you would make a way, Lord, if you make sure I got plenty, I'll give to you.
Come on.
In other words, you're telling God what it's going to require for you to be faithful.
Thank you, Jesus. Help us.
If you heal my body, I'll do it. But if you don't, I ain't. If you heal Kevin, I'll give my life to you. If not, I ain't. In other words, you made God to be your little gopher. And act like heaven's going to shut down if you don't serve Him. How many has an ifism? They don't need to lie. You can raise your hand, but I know you do.
Come on.
God if.
Jesus.
There was a man on the other side. His first words were not if.
Come on.
His first word was Lord.
Yeah.
See, there's a big difference.
Come on.
They're saying, if you will, I will. But the other man was in the same place the other one was, hanging on a cross.
Come on.
Just like him. But his first words was, Lord.
Yeah.
Not once did he ask for God to get him off the cross.
That's right. Amen.
He didn't say, Lord, get me out of here. In other words, he said, I know I deserve where I am. Lord. Can I tell you what he was saying is, it does not matter whether you get me off or not, you're still Lord. It don't matter whether you heal me or not, you're still Lord. It doesn't matter whether I get what I want out of this or not, you're still Lord. It doesn't matter whether you fill the church up or not, you're still Lord. You're Lord, regardless of who or what I'm in, you're still Lord. Whether you heal them or you don't heal them, you're still God. Come on, people.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Whether you fix me or you don't, you're still Lord. He said, Lord. The other one said, if. This guy said, no, if here, sir. He is Lord. And he's going to be Lord.
Yes.
See, the difference was, the one on the left was thinking about here and now. The one on the right that said, Lord, was thinking about after here.
That's right.
And after now. One was looking at the temporal, and one was focused on the eternal. Hallelujah. He said, you're going to be God. Whether I die or not, you're going to be God. Whatever. But I'm not worried about now. I'm worried about what happens after I die.
That's right. That's right.
I don't care. I don't care. And don't you get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with praying for all the stuff you desire.
Yeah.
But it cannot be the thing that hinges on your walk with God.
That's right. Amen.
That's right.
Jesus said, Lord, if it be possible, let the cup pass. But nevertheless, not what I want, what you will.
That's right.
Ain't nothing wrong to pray for healing. But if healing don't come, he's still Lord.
That's right. Amen.
Ain't nothing wrong with praying for a new house. But if you're still living in the tent, he's still got to be God. Ain't nothing wrong with asking God for it. But when God says no,
Come on.
he's still God.
That's right. Amen.
Get it.
You know, the greatest faith is not asking God for something and getting it. It's asking God for something and Him saying no, and you're still walking with Him.
That's right. Amen.
That's right. That's right.
Because faith is not based in things. Faith is based in God.
Amen.
And the man on the right said, Lord, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. Jesus looked at him and said, today, in just a few hours, you're going to be with me in paradise. You know what he said to the man that said, yeah? Absolutely nothing.
That's right.
Never parted his lips to deal with his foolishness.
That's right.
The man that cried out, Lord, where I am right now is hell on earth.
Yeah.
But God, I'm living for something greater than that. Hallelujah. I got somewhere to go when this is over with. Amen. I preached a message one time that the very first name written in the Lamb's Book of Life was that dude hanging on the cross.
That's right. Come on. Come on.
That's why when they went to break Jesus' leg, he was already dead. You know why? He had to die first so this man can know grace. Hallelujah. Glory to God. He had to be dead because the Bible says as long as the testator lives, it's still in effect. That testator died and that man was the first one ushered in.
Amen. Amen.
Under grace.
All right. Yeah.
First name in the Lamb's Book of Life. Because he said, I'm focused on something that's greater than the temporary.
That's right. Amen.
See, because my pain is just as great as that other man's pain over there. My situation is just as dire as what he is. We're both dire. But about the 6th hour, one of them was ushered into the pit of hell, and the other was ushered into paradise.
Yes. Hallelujah.
3 days later, Jesus walked out of the tomb, and those in paradise, he took with him to glory. Hallelujah. Glory to God. Can I tell you, amen, when you get your eyes off the what is now, sometimes it's rough now, but you can't tell God, you got to do this, you got to do that, but you got to say, God, you're going to be God, and I'm going to worship you either way.
Hallelujah.
You're worthy.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
I can promise you this morning, you're hanging on one of those two crosses.
Yeah.
Either you're on the side of God, if you would, I would. Or either you're hanging on the side, Lord, I don't care if you do or not, you're still Lord. Don't you get me wrong, I'm going to bring my petitions. I'm going to ask you to fill this church up with souls. But if you choose not to, I'll preach to you 15 not God till the day I die.
Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
Don't get me wrong, Lord. I'm going to ask you for things along this journey.
That's right.
And if you give them to me, I'm going to worship you.
Amen.
But if you say no, I'm going to still praise you.
Yes. Glory to God.
Because you've been too good to me.
Thank you, Jesus.
You've been too good to me.
Thank you, Jesus.
You've been too good to me. I got my opinion, the two greatest grandkids on the earth. God's been good to me.
Hallelujah.
I got the most beautiful daughter in my opinion. God's been good to me.
Hallelujah.
I got a hard-headed son. God's been good. God's been good.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
He's blessed me with good friends
Hallelujah.
Amen.
and halfway friends. God's been good.
Thank you, Jesus.
So therefore, no matter what comes,
Thank you, Jesus.
if I go to the doctor tomorrow, which I ain't, but if I go tomorrow and they say you got stage 4 cancer and you got a month to live, God, I'm going to praise you anyway.
Hallelujah.
Because you're still Lord.
That's why. Amen.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
If everything is gone tomorrow, Father, you're still Lord.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
And you being Lord is not based upon where I am or what I've got.
Thank you, Jesus.
But you being Lord is everything.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I want to ask you this morning,
Jesus.
which cross are you on? You on the cross that cries out, if? Or are you hanging on the cross that says you are Lord? You are Lord. You are my God. You, regardless of what that doctor says, you're still God.
Amen. That's right.
Thank you, Lord.
Don't matter what they say. You're still God.
Amen.
God, if you raise me out of this chair, I'm going to dance a jig for you.
Yes.
But God, if you don't, I'm going to still praise you inside.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Because you're Lord.
Glory to God. Glory to God.
I hope I'm getting through this morning. I know I should have had notes and all this kind of stuff, but I don't have on it. I just know what the Lord laid in my heart. He said, which side are you on?
Thank you, Jesus.
Have you made your calling a condition?
Come on. Come on.
Have you made your life to God based upon circumstances?
Thank you, Jesus.
Because if you have, I'm afraid you're hanging on the left side and God ain't going to acknowledge you.
Help us,
But
Lord.
God, you're going to be Lord either way. Ain't that the way we got to live?
Glory
Thank
to
you,
God.
Lord Jesus.
Hallelujah. It don't stop me from wanting, Sister Kathy. Lord knows I want $1 million. You got to forgive me. Amen. Hallelujah. Lord knows I want stuff, do we not?
Yeah.
I would love to have the biggest church in Berkeley County.
Come on.
But if we had to stay with what we got, He's still Lord.
Yes, he
That's
is.
right, amen.
Yes,
He's
he
still
is.
Lord.
Hallelujah.
He's still Lord to me.
Hallelujah.
Amen. Glory to God.
Glory to God.
Hallelujah. I'm done.
Thank you,
Amen.
Jesus.
Hallelujah. Glory to God.
Thank you,
Hallelujah.
Jesus. Thank
Praise
you,
God.
Jesus. Thank you,
Amen.
Jesus.
Can I ask you though? I want you to ask yourself this morning, which cross am I on?
Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Oh,
Because I can tell you what the Master's waiting for. He's waiting for your heart to cry out, Lord,
Jesus,
Lord,
Thank you, Lord Jesus.
I choose to make you Lord
Jesus,
in
Jesus,
every situation.
Jesus.
You're still going to be God.
Amen.
Yeah.
Let us be on the cross,
Yes, Jesus.
on the right.
Yes, Jesus. Yes.
I can tell you, I know, because God never misses His mark. For some of you to get on the cross on the right, you're going to have to get yourself off the cross on the left.
That's right. That's
To
right.
walk across
That's right.
and crawl back along
Oh,
and say, Lord, I'm here. I've been over there. See, I have been foolish enough. I've been over there. And I've been foolish to say, Lord,
Yeah.
if this is your will, then you got to do this and this and this. And God said, I ain't got to do nothing.
That's right.
But be God.
Come on.
If you really want me to serve you, then you got to fix some stuff.
Come on.
Can I tell you stuff will stay broken? Because God's not going to perform like a monkey in a circus just so you serve Him.
That's right, amen.
Amen.
It's only when you get there, don't get me wrong. I believe God will fix it.
Yeah.
I believe God will give you your heart's desire.
That's right.
Now, you might have to change your desires, but He will still give it to you.
That's
That's
right.
right, amen.
Hallelujah.
I believe God will fix your situation.
Yeah.
As long as you don't make that situation being fixed a condition.
That's right.
But when you just call Him Lord
That's right.
and make Him Lord,
Oh,
He'll
thank
fix it
you.
up.
Thank you,
Would
Jesus.
you stand?
Thank you, Jesus.